I am a lover of life, a lover of people, a lover of spirit, a lover of all of humanity. It is my goal and my mission and my passion to help people connect with who they are, help people remember who they are, and help people live confidently from that truth.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited about season 2 of Onward and Upward with Leslie E. Royal. I'm Leslie, and I will be interviewing several exceptional Black women who are making a significant difference in their communities. One such extraordinary woman is Sharaun, a professional model and founder of Model Tribe as well as ServeUp Incorporated. Sharaun, welcome to season 2 of Onward and Upward with Leslie E. Royal.
Thank you so much for having me, and congratulations on season 2.
Thank you so much, Sharon. I appreciate that. You're so very kind, and it is a pleasure having you today. I tell you, when the Ashro team and I were speaking and talking about the amazing women that would be featured in season 2, and we had this list of names, and some of the ladies you came highly recommended, and I thought, oh my goodness, she's amazing. She does everything, and so we knew that we had to have you. I'm happy you're here today. You're absolutely beautiful. The hair, the makeup, the outfit. Oh my goodness. So you're going to have to tell me now before we get started with the questions. I'm loving the beautiful background. I'm loving what is I see something going in the air, like the mist in the air. So please tell me everything.
Yeah, sure. So this is kind of my little vibe, my space. I'm in my home, actually. I love plants. I love nature. So it's important for me to incorporate that in my home space, in my office space. I'm always lighting incense and Palo Santos and stuff, just inviting in good spirit, good energy, the spirit of God, all of my angels and ancestors and stuff. So that's the smoke that you see going. They're probably going off right now, all that smoke. This is a painting that I've had for a very long time. Funny thing enough, I actually brought the painting as is and then started painting over it when I first got it. So it's a statement that has been with me forever, that means so much to me. It's an I am statement. Yeah, I am so important to me. It's followed me throughout my life. I truly believe in the power of the statement and what it symbolizes, of what it means, what it embodies, and the importance of us embodying that as well, and knowing that we literally can create whatever reality, future we want. I am. Speak those things that are not as they are. Speak those things that are. Speak life over yourself. So I am is very important to me. I have some candles and some incense going, little plants. And yeah, I have a gong in the back, a lot of books down here. You probably can't see those, but I love reading and stuff. So yeah, welcome to my home.
Thank you for inviting us in and setting the atmosphere. Everything is beautiful. So thank you so very much for that. Now, I've got a lot of questions that I want to ask but before I delve into those questions, I'd like to hear from you. So can you please tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I am Sharon. I am a lover of life, a lover of people, a lover of spirit, a lover of all of humanity. It is my goal and my mission and my passion to help people connect with who they are, help people remember who they are, and help people live confidently from that truth. So all of the work that I've done over the course of my career has all been centered around that in some type of way, shape, or form. My journey, my story starts back in Chicago as a tall, lanky 5'11". I've been 5'11" since I was in the 8th grade, actually. So just a tall, lanky little girl born into a single parent household with a beautiful mother who helped me so much throughout my journey. A lot of who I am today is just all credit, honor, and thanks to her and what she instilled in me. And I was born in a single parent household. I didn't have a relationship with my biological father. And as you can imagine, being a young girl trying to come into yourself, discovering who you are, not really feeling comfortable in your body. I struggled with a lot of low self-esteem. You know, I had a a long journey to get into where I am today, but it's that journey which I'm so thankful for. And that journey led me to becoming a professional model, which I enjoy and I recognize as the platform I've been given to do so much more. So as a professional model, I've been honored to do a lot of amazing projects, modeled in both New York Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week, modeled for Diane von Furstenberg, Marc Jacobs, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Tommy Hilfiger, Ashro. I've had multiple McDonald's commercials, W commercials, Geico commercials that can be seen in many of the Ulta Beauty stores right now. Givenchy campaign, and the list goes on. It's really such a blessing. And aside from that, though, what I'm really passionate about, my heart of everything that I do, is my work as a speaker, my work touring around for 10 plus years as a motivational speaker, talking to teens and young adults about, again, that confidence, self-worth, identity, knowing who you are, which was important for me. And then also my work as a wellness practitioner, as a Reiki, a Reiki energy healer, as a sound therapist, as a transformational coach, and then my work on Skid Row with the homeless.
Well, Sharon, what an exciting life that you lead. You do what you love, you model, you travel the world. And I've noticed all of those things. I took note of everything that you have been doing in your career. I see the beautiful photos and video shoots. And one other thing that I took note of is the fact that you are committed to encouraging, inspiring, and empowering others. So we appreciate that about you.
Definitely, definitely. It's my heart, it's my soul. I always joke and say that at the end of the day when I die, God's not gonna be like, you walked that runway fiercely, girl. I mean, they may, my spirit has may, but they're gonna be like, thank you for that work that you did. I'm gonna be looking back at the different lives that I've touched, or the young girls and women that I've helped, and that's what lives on forever. And that's what I'm truly passionate about, healing the souls of individuals and essentially the world.
Oh, yes. And God will say, you worked that runway, girl. And God will say, but you cared for the least of these, which is what I called you to do. So thank you so very much for that. Now, Miss Sharon, you were discovered by Tyra Banks. You were a finalist on America's Next Top Model. You were noticed by Victoria's Secrets and the great Oprah Winfrey herself. Now, what made you decide to become a model, and how did you come to be noticed by Tyra?
Yeah, good question. So how that came about, again, I was always tall, and like everyone would always tell me that I should model, but how? Like, how do you model? How do you start doing that? Well, the only thing I knew was America's Next Top Model. That was our family show. We sat in front of the TV and watched every Wednesday. And a part of the journey of how I got from having that low self-esteem to that confidence to actually tackle my dream, it started by going within. At the age of 16, I was tired of trying to fit in with all the crowds, trying to fit in with everybody, not being myself. That is this miserable existence. So I embarked on a journey within. And that journey started with meditation. It started with asking God questions like, who am I? Why am I here? My dad don't want to be in my life. I can't make friends. I'm having a hard time fitting in this society. Who am I? Why am I here? And I got a lot of answers from that. I essentially got the blueprint of my life, and I committed myself to start living that out. And one of the things on that was being a model. So again, flashback, how do I model? America's Next Top Model is the only way. So I made it a goal of mine. I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And I started making the necessary steps I needed to achieve that. Within a year of going within and spending that time with myself, aligning with who I was crossing off my first long-term goal and being flown out to California. That journey was amazing, but it was also very, very hard and difficult. Many people think that, it probably was easier from there and things took off, but no, it was harder than what I ever imagined. But embarked me on a journey of healing and growth, which I'm grateful for.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, what inspired you to create Model Tribe?
Yeah. So what inspired me to create Model Tribe was actually that. As a young girl, I was looking for a mentor. I was looking for someone to guide me and walk me through the process. And with America's Next Top Model, I thought that would be that experience, but it's more of a reality TV show. To be honest, what you see is not always what you get. It is about ratings and likes and all of that stuff. So I didn't really get that mentorship and that relationship that I hoped for. I had to learn a lot of stuff the hard way. So I, again, went on this journey speaking to aspiring models, non-aspiring models and entertainers, just young women in general, helping them to cultivate that very thing within them that helped me. So Model Tribe was birthed out of that. It was birthed out of my mentorship that I do, group mentorship, one-on-one mentorship with young women. I just wanted to bring it and create a platform to where I can mentor more young people and really help them on this journey. So that's what Model Tribe is. Model Tribe is an online mentorship program that guides and helps young adults to discovering who they are and being supermodels in all area of their lives. So we have myself, which is a mentor, but then also different mentors that I bring onto the platform. It's a holistic approach to wellness. It's where fashion meets wellness, and we approach it in a holistic way. So there's meditation classes and yoga classes and all type of stuff to help them on their journey.
Oh, yes. And I tell you, I love that. Helping young women or women to be supermodels in every area of their lives. So that is wonderful. And another thing that I really love about you, we've been emailing back and forth and connecting, is your kind, friendly spirit. And when you talk to people that are in Hollywood or have gone to Hollywood or have been a part of reality shows, you may not get that. And so I'm excited to find that you are that person, and that young women that you mentor understand the importance of being kind and supportive of one another.
Definitely. Thank you. And again, all homage to my mother. She's a beautiful being. This smile that you see, my mom smiles 10 times bigger. She's always smiling, always saying hi to everyone that she comes across. I always saw her doing that. She's a very confident woman. So she was actually, when we talk about being supermodels in all areas of her life, she was a supermodel of confidence. She loves herself. She's a supermodel of using her voice. She will speak her truth and speak it clearly. And those are things that, again, really inspired me to be who I am today.
Oh, yes. Now, what is your mother's name?
Her name is Sharon Hayla.
Well, hello, Sharon. Miss Sharon is a wonderful woman of wisdom who raised you well. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
May I add too that my journey to that too, she was a big part of keeping me grounded because I drifted off a little bit with just, you start feeling yourself and getting into your mama would knock you back. Remember where you came from.
That's right.
So again, she kept me grounded in that way, and life.
Well, I have an adult daughter, so yes, mothers will do that. Yes, we will for sure. Now, it is just so, Miss Sharon, it is just so important to serve those who are less fortunate. And it's refreshing for me to see a young woman who is committed to that. So can you tell us about ServeUp Incorporated and why you decide to create that organization, and why are you committed to the homeless?
Yeah, definitely. So ServeUp was created to help the homeless and youth communities push forward, rise up in all areas of life. So I started it when I moved to California. My heart ached just for how bad the homelessness is here. I mean, it was bad in Chicago, but here, seeing Skid Row firsthand was another ball game. My journey with actually going out on Skid Row regularly, it started quite supernaturally. I was at home and I heard a voice within me. It told me to make 5 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I was like, am I hearing this correctly? Huh? God, is that you? Like, what is? And then I kept feet on. It's like, make 5 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I felt it within my body. So I started to make those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I packed them up. I didn't know what I was doing or why. And then I went on to work. And then, so there was a lot of traffic. It's LA, and it took me off route, right? So the GPS said rerouting, and I ended up on Skid Row. And I saw that, and I was just in awe. And the voice within me said, "Okay, get out the car and hand out these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches." I was like, "What? I'm just a young girl in the middle of Skid Row." But I proceeded to do that. I got out of my car, and the conversations that I had were life-changing. I began to just pray with some of them. I began to just speak life over them, the things that were coming up through me. And it was a life-changing experience. And that I started going alone, and just of that one time or two times. And then I ended up bringing a whole tribe of people with me, going out there to not just feed their bodies, but feed their souls. And it's grown so much over the years. As of recent, we've taken a little hiatus just to pivot a little bit in our approach to how we're helping that community, and just making sure that we're using resources and stuff in the best way possible. But yeah, that was my journey on Skid Row, and my heart is all the way in it. I'm so grateful for that work.
Well, we are so grateful for that inner voice within you, and that you listened to it, and that you began to serve the least of these. Now, Sharon, um, when you have faced adversities in your life, how did you overcome them?
Definitely. How did I overcome adversity that I faced in my life? It started with feeling it. You know, what is the thing that I'm facing? What are those feelings that are coming up? For me as a young girl, what pops in mind first is like my experience on America's Next Top Model. And again, having that, seeing things edited in a way that's not a true reflection of who you really are, that was a big adversity for me that I had to face on a public grand scale with the whole world. So for me, it took really feeling that, really feeling our feelings. So a lot of times we lock up and we tense up and we try to resist what we're feeling, and we push it down and we act like it's not there. But like, so much healing happens when you just breathe through it and feel through it, and know that this too shall pass. Whatever adversity that you're facing, it's there for a season, but it's not there forever, you know? And every adversity that you're facing, every obstacle that you come up against, it's there to teach you a lesson. It's not happening to me before me. It's not happening to us before us. So again, feeling it, allowing yourself to feel it and process those emotions and what you're feeling, and then beginning to ask myself, what is this here to teach me? What can I learn from this? And really taking those lessons from that, going within, spending time with myself, spending time with my higher self, spending time with God, whatever it is that thing is for you, go within and spend that time, because it's in that time where I get a lot of the answers that I need, a lot of the comfort for my soul. And a lot of the help to pick myself back up out of that. So yeah, feeling the feelings. What is it here to teach you? Going within, taking those lessons, and putting a deadline to it as well. Like, so a deadline to your grief, a deadline to your sorrow. A lot of times we feel feelings and we get stuck there, and we don't move on and we don't progress. But I know for me, I was like, look, I'm a 3 months max, or 1 week max, 1 month max. And after that, I picked the pieces up and kept moving on through the lessons and stuff that it taught me. So those are just a few quick things. Of course, it's a longer process. There's many more things attached to that. But yeah, those are just some of the quick things. And building myself back up, speaking affirmations over myself. My mom started me off with that as well. Every morning, she would read me Ayana's Vanzant. Her little daily devotionals, just to speak affirmations and stuff over myself. So I encourage everybody to do that as well. Build yourself back up.
Yes, yes, yes. And what wonderful words of wisdom for others who are facing adversities and obstacles in their lives. Now, Sharon, what does onward and upward mean to you?
Nice. Yeah. Onward and upward, onward and upward. Onward represents that ever changing. Life is always changing. Life is always evolving. We are always evolving. We have to have grace with ourselves and our evolution. You know, we can't, this, when the moon is going through all of its phases, we don't judge the moon like, why is it only half of the moon? It's not, it's fullest, it's not all that it can be. We have grace for the moon. We appreciate the moon and all of its phases that it comes through to the becoming that big whole moon that we see when it's a full moon. And the same is true for us. We're going through phases in our life. We're on a journey, and we have to appreciate every part of that journey, but also be committed to growth and be committed to changing, because that's what life is about. And that's what we're here for, to grow, to evolve, to change into our higher and best self, and to more a reflection of God, a reflection of spirit. So that's what onward means to me, that onward motion. And upward is that, I don't know if many know much about like the chakra systems and the energy systems within our body, but that upward for me is rising up from just the lower chakra, the basic necessities and needs and want in this earthly existence, to really rising up to a place where we can bring heaven on earth and really dwell in unison and one with God and with spirit. So upward is moving up in our evolution, up in our spiritual connection, up in our everything. And that's what it means to me, kind of like the phoenix and kundalini energy rising up the spine. So
that is absolutely beautiful. Wow, Sharon. Wow. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I tell you, our time today has been so short. It has been so short. I've enjoyed sitting here speaking with you today. Thank you for welcoming us into your beautiful space. You are such an inspirational woman and such a kind young woman, and it's a pleasure speaking with you. But we want to keep the conversation going.
yeah.
Well, after this interview is over. So if you could share with us, we'd like to hear about all of your websites and all of your social media pages, so that we can keep up with your wonderful professional career, as well as keeping up with your service in your community.
Definitely. So you can find me on social media. It's just under Sharon B. So mostly Instagram and Twitter and stuff is SHARAUNB as in boy. On Facebook, I think it may be under Brittany Sharon, which is BRITTNEY SHARAUN. You can find me on my website at Sharaun.com. So that's SHARAUN.com. Although it's a little outdated, I probably need to update it a little bit. And then also feel free to contact me if you have a young, a young adult, a young girl who needs mentorship, who needs guidance. If you yourself, need some coaching, or I host sound baths and stuff like that, which is a great healing opportunity. Again, as I mentioned, I'm a Reiki practitioner, so do a lot of energy work and energy healing. So feel free to contact me on any of those sites. You can also email me at BrittanySharon.com. I'm sorry, BrittanySharon@gmail.com. So it's BRITTNEY SHARAUN. And I actually have a little sound bowl here too. For those who aren't familiar with this beautiful healing sounds, again, I have a whole set. This is one of my favorites. This is a crystal bowl here. It's with the heart chakra. And what this does is really opens up your heart center. So if we have blockages, a lot of times we have blockages in our heart, or we have had breakups or different things, this heart, this crystal bowl here will really help open up the heart. And I'm just gonna really lightly. I hope that just encourages everyone watching. So open up your heart. Lead with your heart, not from your mind. And let that lead the way.
Yes, yes, I love that, Sharon. And now I want to make certain that we've got all of your websites. Now with ServeUp and with Model Tribe, do they have their designated websites, or can we find it on your website?
So ServeUp, you can find it on my website. You can search Burgers and Bibles .org, for information on our outreach. Or you can just find it on my website as well. That's listed there. For Model Tribe, thank you for reminding me. It's going to be themodeltribe.com. By the time this is shown, it'll all be up and running and everything. So themodeltribe.com.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh my goodness, I have had a wonderful time with you today. Thank you so much, Sharaun, for taking time out of your really, really busy schedule to sit here with me today and inspire so many women and men who are out there.
Definitely. Thank you again for having me. It's my honor and pleasure.
It's my pleasure. And you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Onward and upward.
Yes, onward and upward.